it's you. Happy Valentine's Day. Come on and join us.
We have a special soap today inspired by a classic ladies' perfume from Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Valentine's Day,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, we're so glad to be your Barbershop Duet.
Thanks
we're so
for
glad you're
coming.
here with us. And if you're here during the live episode, hey, turn on your chat and say hi to us. We're there waiting for you. And hit like and subscribe for us. It helps out the channel. So our mention today, when you do order from Stirling Soap Company, they very often throw in samples. And when we get samples, they're samples for y'all. We like to give them away. So speaking of the live chat, if you're there right now and you have not yet experienced Duchess and you'd like a little care package from the Barbershop Duet, just put your hand up. Be the first one to let me know you'd like this bar soap, and we'll send it out to you along with a couple of little surprises from Rod and Mandy over at Stirling.
Yeah, luckily we have done Duchess before, so it's okay for us to get close to that one.
And we are shocked at how the shaving world embraces Duchess. Speaking of a cologne that is designed for the female, it is Burberry Brit. It's the one for the ladies. And boy, do the gentlemen love that one in a shave soap.
Right.
And I see why.
We just realized we didn't get the splash back then because it wasn't around yet.
Didn't even have it yet, but they've got it now. In fact, I think when we started 6 months ago, the copy page for Duchess said it may become a permanent offering someday.
I'm guessing it has.
She sure has.
And then we saw that there was bar soaps and all that shampoo and conditioner box. So Duchess is still around.
Love it. And we just did Witchy Woman, which is an homage to a Victoria's Secret cologne. So no more stalling on this Valentine's Day. Let's meet some sweet stuff. So what we love about Stirling is they're one of the artisans that has an entirely dedicated section for the ladies.
They do
because they're
tab.
wet shavers too. Almost every single one I know. I don't know any with an electric. Remember the Epilady? No, you don't. It's okay. So sweet stuff. I'm excited about this. What do we have for our description?
So a sweet, intoxicating blend of...
Now, gentlemen, hold on. I know this says sweet stuff and it's all pink, but hold on. Tell me these scent notes are not inviting AF. Ready? Go for it.
So a blend of caramel.
Right. Okay.
Vanilla.
Right.
Musk.
Hello?
And a hint of powder.
How is this not a barbershop?
Right?
How is this not a barbershop? I'm excited. Now, of course, this is probably going to be a little bit more of a blend for the ladies, but I think it's going to have that Duchess phenomenon. I think as soon as I smell it, I'm going to love it. And you know, it's a shaving soap, so it's not like it's an EDP. It's not like you're putting it on to wear out all day. It's just a nice little visit at your shave mirror, and who knows, you might want that to have a little feminine edge to it if you need a little kiss on your cheek on Valentine's morning.
Right, so it says, this scent is flirty and fun, and yet sophisticated for a woman.
Oh boy, this could be anything.
Really good.
I'm excited. Let's have an unboxing.
It's a big box.
Just when I think we've made our last big box order from Stirling, we just ordered another giant box because they had their February releases come out, y'all. So we placed an order for y'all.
Lots of popcorn in here.
Look at this. I see it right there on top. After shave for the sweet stuff, y'all comes like this. Oh man, we still have a bunch of stuff kicking around.
I'm just making sure I didn't lose anything. Okay, I think we're good.
All right. Oh, there they are. I love the pink color.
It is a bright pink. I have to say, it fits well with Valentine's.
Oh, I'm so excited because Stirling just runs the gambit. And they're one of the artisans that from one soap to the other, I would have no idea that they were both created by the same people because each one is such its own character and built from the ground up.
I know. I'm curious what makes this more on the women's feminine side. And we may not know until we get a whiff of this.
But reading those scent notes, nothing particularly jumped out as being feminine.
Right? But I'm curious. Maybe there was a hidden something in there where we're going to get our nose on.
I'm excited for this Valentine's Day. Let's have a first impression.
All right, I think you have to go first because I did the other two.
Are we going to reverse this a little bit?
I'm curious.
You can ask me about sweet stuff.
If you think it has more of a feminine vibe, if we're thinking sweet.
I've been excited about this one, y'all.
I know. I'm actually very, very curious.
Right. Okay, here we go.
All right.
I'm kind of curious to see how another female-inspired scent will sit in a shave soap because I find the shave soap holds the sweet things really well.
It's interesting.
So, kind of hoping this is going to be a home run. I think it will be. Let's see.
There's missing a scent note or something.
Oh,
I'm curious if your nose will fill in the blanks.
Okay, let's see here.
Okay. Is it what you were hoping?
Oh, I love this.
Yes. Is it more like sweet? Like Gourmandi?
That's just a perfect description. It's not crazy strong. It's just a lovely little gentle burst of sweet stuff, y'all. That's all it is. That's what it is. It's the set notes we read at the beginning. It's the caramel. It's a little bit. It's just beautiful sweet stuff.
Is it gourmandi sweet?
No. No.
Okay. So not your candy bin from Valentine's Day.
No. And somehow grown up, I am not getting breakfast cereal. I'm not getting grape soda kind of stuff from this.
Not the
No.
innocent kind of
This
little kid
is
stuff.
grown up, but it's just really nice and sweet. Like, I don't know how better to describe it. Not like candy store sweet, just like a sweet person sweet. And maybe not like a guy sweet person sweet. Maybe that's where this has its feminine edge. Because when I think of a guy sweet, I think of more of your sweet plums or peppermints or cedars or tobaccos. This is a totally different way of creating that. So yeah, like a super sweet and fun, like female friend. That's what this. That's what
like
this
it's a good time. You're definitely going to enjoy.
Yes, with somebody who's really kind and who you just can spend a fun day with. The kind of friend you can sit with in silence. You know, nobody has to say anything.
And it's not an awkward
and
silence.
You're just
it's
comfortable,
just hanging out.
right? Yeah, there's that kind of a sweet friend. Oh, take it in. You're going to like this.
I'm intrigued. You're right. It is kind of close, actually, to the Duchess Lane. If I had to pick anything that we've tried so far.
Right. But what I like is this is a country mile from Witchy Woman. Now, I love Witchy Woman.
Very different.
Where Witchy Woman is really like fruity and sort of potent and sort of has that sour candy edge to it. This one is well, like the label says, it's much more on your lighter, sweeter side. It doesn't have anything too like groundy or earthy or strong. That's the prominent character. In fact, if anything, I just think, you know how when the smell of caramel leaves your nose or even when you taste it, there's just this like beautiful sweetness in how that sugar has been a little burnt for the caramel. That's what this has.
And I don't get, sometimes when you're pushed towards feminine, you automatically think more floral or you think more of that pretty side.
Good point. So, yeah, you know what? Let's kind of define this at first by what it ain't. It's not berries. It's not floral. It's not rose. This is not going to be the normal stuff that a female scent is based on. I think that's why they chose it.
Honestly, for me, as a female, looking at these hint of which ones are in our lane. Sometimes I don't like being forced to always be the lavender or always be the rosy something. I do like having my own type of scent. So sometimes I get deterred when people say, oh, that's a feminine scent, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be the stereotypical, thing.
Right.
But I do have to say, this isn't on that far side of feminine. It's kind of in that, lighter, sweeter kind of side.
Well, I mean, this artisan shave scent world is primarily male dominated.
It is.
So it makes sense that you would invest a lot of your resources in more the female scents.
Right.
But, however, this, again, farthest thing from perfume. Get that out of your head.
Nope,
You're not going to smell like a lady. It's going to smell like a beautiful, familiar friend that you grew up with is just kind of sitting next to you, watching stuff on the couch, right?
I totally get that. And it does have a good time to it.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah, it's a fun lunch with a friend on an outside patio at a cheesecake factory where there's a 25-page menu kind of
right,
thing.
there's a very stress-free kind of vibe to it.
Hey, you ready?
Watch this be so different. I'm curious. Oh, no? Fits good?
Oh, and I love that it's on the lighter side. I feel like if this was as intense as like a perfume.
Right.
I think guys might have been turned off by it. But no. Oh.
Well, there's menthol.
Hold on.
Be ready.
Hold on.
There's menthol.
No,
And then, what is
No. Y'all. I don't know if I would put this in a feminine lane.
Now that you're smelling that.
I think this could be really beautiful both ways. I think this could really be a nice
give me some of that.
Give me
some of that.
See what you think. Oh, it's drying down so nicely.
Yeah, I'm curious to dry down, honestly.
This does not jump out as feminine. In fact, there's a tiny mint note in this that's almost betraying a tobacco. Almost. Just deep in the
I got like a deep
recesses of this. What do you get?
I got like a deep green color or like a deep blue.
Like a tobacco leaf almost, just hiding deep under the surface, but keeping it all together.
And it almost took me to an aquatic, but it's not.
What?
What is that?
I don't know. Y'all, this is not what you're expecting.
I don't think it's the menthol either. I mean, I can smell the menthol, but there's something behind it that's...
Right, it's like a cedar. There's just something beautifully grounding and a beautiful green
It's still a light smell, but it's something that got more of an actual scent note added.
Whoa. Okay, so hold on. hold on. Before we go any further, would you pick this out as feminine? So, like, erase the pink. Hold on.
Right.
Give me a brown pen. I'm going to change this. Now, what do you get? Okay, ready? Hold on. We're going to do a little drive
Close
by.
my eyes. Wow, it's funny. It's not crazy intense like potency scale.
Right.
But there's something in there that is light and bright.
Yes, it's one of our lightest Stirling intensities.
But
so my nose has to look for it a little bit.
But I don't think I would have gone straight to sweet. Again, we haven't lathered it. I could be totally wrong.
I need a little more of this. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Okay, now smelling from this and going to this, you can pick up a little bit more of what's happening.
Yes, and you know what I'm going to use this, y'all? Hold on. Sometimes analysis paralysis gets real for me. Sometimes we have 150 soaps.
We got a lot.
We have a lot of aftershaves. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I'm standing there, I don't know which one to pick out. I don't know which one the winner is going to be.
Or what category you want to feel like or where you want to go.
Right. And part of it is while they are all absolutely beloved, come on, they're all our children. They're noisy children. They're loud children.
Some are loud.
And when you're wearing them, they're going to be on you all day. The stuff that we purchased and been gifted is some of the best stuff on the market, y'all. So it lasts.
It does.
And the thing is, some days, most days, you do want that really fun, energetic, dominant personality to be there to help you define the room by your character, right? But sometimes you're just going to want a scent that sits on you and reminds you, not minute by minute, but every half an hour or so that it's there with you. Something that doesn't feel like it has to dominate. Something that can just sit and be a clean essence without needing to be a smell. Does that make sense?
Essence is a good word. I would say it's a bright essence, and it doesn't take me into a specific lane. No. I don't immediately think floral. I don't immediately think citrus. It's somehow its own type of bright clean to me.
And you know how in Candy Cane, I got chocolate, even though Rod said there's not chocolate in it, but I put a flag in it. I'm having that same ghost sensation with this and a tobacco leaf or a tobacco flower.
There's
in the
something
splash.
hidden.
There's something like woody and beautiful and a little grown up and a little masculine. Little masculine.
I do get a little bit more of the caramel part on your hands than I do.
Yeah, and I don't get caramel as like a note. I get it as a hint, as a wisp of it, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Do you get that with, right? That it is like almost a hint of woodsy. I know it listed a musk, but again, it's a sweet.
Right. And you know, my brain, I mix a lot of music on my computer. So my brain just showed me like mixing music, and it showed me we're going to turn all of these scent notes down so that none of them really stick out as identifiable.
Yes.
And then we're going to take that entire mix and turn it up just a little bit.
I get that.
So that you're still getting this like awesome blend. I'm not picking out a single one of those individual scent notes, but I am getting what they're doing in this really gentle, mind you, blend, so that if I want to be the dominant personality of my day, I will be, and this will be a supporting sweetness that's just going to be around me.
Yeah. And it's funny, like I literally, every time I smell this, it's hard for me to pick out a scent note because of what you just said. It's very well blended.
Right.
So I'm really curious to actually go back and look at the scent notes.
Well, it's a good thing we got a segment of the show devoted just for that.
Before we read these, and you just smell this.
Yes.
What do you get? Pretend you don't know that list existed. Because I don't think I pick half those things out.
Nope. And that's rare for Stirling. So let's be honest. We have 17. We have done 17 episodes on Stirling soaps.
Just a few.
And I think, without exception, amazing bangers. And what I love, of course, if it's going to be that kind of artisan that's going to give you the world, some of them are going to be beautifully intense, like I can smell it from here, like Gatlinburg. Oh, take me
Some
to Smoky
have very
Mountains,
prominent things coming.
I love that this doesn't feel like it needs to invade you with very specific scent notes. This can just be sweet stuff. So it's funny when you ask, like, what do you get? What's your thing?
Right.
Sweet stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just a little bit of sweet stuff, and not a crazy amount. I don't even get the powder.
I almost feel like if I gave one of my friends a hug and they were wearing something sweeter, it maybe doesn't even have to be a perfume or anything, but like something on their clothes. And that's the smell that I kind of get off. It's a combo of them and where they've been and what they've been doing, or maybe if they had some candy or something a little sweeter, but it is not gourmandy. It does not take me. When I read sweet stuff, I gotta say, I was going more like the obvious sweet candy vibes.
Right.
And I'm not getting that here.
No. And I think I've cracked this. I think I know what it is. We'll talk about it in the next section. But here's what I want to do.
Right.
Normally, when we read through the set notes, we go, oh, yes. Yeah,
Yes,
oh,
yes,
oh,
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Oh, yes, right. Not here. Not today, folks.
No.
Sorry, there's not going to be that kind
Which
of show.
is kind of fun, yeah.
So watch this. You ready? Caramel. No. Nope.
I got a sort of whiff off your hands from the dry down there.
Yeah.
Not as much in here as I was expecting.
Vanilla? No. And it's not a dark soap. So usually if the soap is darker, that means there's vanilla in it. Doesn't mean there's not. But
right. But it is a very light.
Very light.
If it's there's something that makes it sweet. It could be the vanilla. It could be the caramel combo. I don't know.
Musk? Not really. Not really. Not even a hint of powder. Because I'm a powder fanatic.
And we just did Barbershop Month not too long ago. We got lots of powders. We got lots of,
Now, I don't get any of those. It's not that the scent is so light I don't get anything. No.
It's there.
I get a beautiful scent. But I think I have cracked what this actually is. Because for the first time, it ain't the scent notes. But I think I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Follow me down this little hallway, would you? We're going to go deeper. Okay, growing up in theater, you would always have the cast parties. And a lot of the times, the grown-ups would have their cast party and the kids would have their cast party.
Gotcha.
For really good reasons. So when we would have the cast party, we would go over to the Warner Girls house a lot of times because they had a jukebox on the second floor. They had a lot of space, right?
Fun.
When you would go into like Amy's room and smell her room because she was a
That's
teenager
her
and
room,
she was a girl, your first thing that jumps out is she was like, okay, this does not smell like my room.
Right. Clearly this is a
my
girl's
room smells like my PE shorts and a little bit of some kind of
Dirty
Axe body
socks?
spray,
I'm
right?
just kidding.
But the girls' room was like, oh, it smells nice in here.
I know what you're
know
saying.
what that
Yeah,
phenomenon
yeah.
is. Like, that's where my brain took me. So just kind of back to a fun little adventure in my childhood of one of my friends and what their room smelled like. So it was a
Right.
giant combination of like what they would put in their hair and their deodorant and their little perfume on the counter and their,
Right.
or their air freshener or just the flowers that are on their desk, right? Their room is just going to smell like a girl.
Right.
It's just going to smell sweet. And
That is a
that's what this
perfect
smells like to
way
me.
to put that.
Plus, there's an air of fun to it because I was there for a cast party. And
Right.
we're there to have a good time. And there's a big tray of Jolt Cola. Sandy Warner, I'm looking at you. Did you really feel like you need to load us up with Jolt Cola?
Clearly.
But yeah, she did. That's what
That's
this
a great way to put it,
smells like
though.
to me.
I do agree because there is not a certain scent
Right.
for that female sweet stuff.
Right. Of just like your room, like a girl's room, right?
Just,
it just
your
smells sweet.
natural aura of what you carry around with you.
Yeah, or like my roommates in college that shared the little complex. They,
Right.
they were girls. I am told. So yeah, when you go into their bedroom, like that's what it would smell like.
Right. Just it has that. It's not. That's why I
Yeah.
think we keep saying it's a lighter scent because it's not overwhelming.
Right.
It's just that leftover trail
I'm
of
gonna
scent.
put a little bit more back.
And while we're chit chatting, we should probably also do a lather.
Oh, have we not even done a lather yet? Good Lord.
So that one time we got so distracted, we did not even build the lather. We're clearly having fun.
And y'all head over to Etsy and look up our friend Philip Sharp, S-H-A-R-P-E, the Sharp Shaver. He has started making these really cool lather bowls, y'all, and we love them. They just have this custom printed 3D texture at the bottom that's got little bumps and ridges, but just the texture of the bowl itself holds the
Right,
soap.
and
in
the
kind
little
of a
bristles of the brush,
fun,
our
beautiful
Stirling
way,
brush,
right?
catch on the bottom, and the lather is just almost immediate.
Yeah.
So it's very, I don't want to say it's unexpected, but it's very cool to see it happen.
Yeah, let's show the people.
Okay, show the people.
show
The
the
magic
people.
here.
Am I going to do it? Okay. So, little soap right there, right? And then we're just going to get a little water on a brush. Okay, here we go. Watch this. You ready?
Ready?
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's
it's
already
already
knocking on the
happening.
door. Y'all, look at that. Oh, yeah. This Stirling formula, y'all, this is where value meets quality. So their more recent soaps have just had a slight price increase of about 50 cents. And I know Rod definitely sweated that decision. I know it kept him up nights. Y'all, these soaps rack in at about $15 a pop. And boy, they are so worth it at 5.8 ounces. So I know if you're a constant viewer, you know we really don't ever talk about price around here. Unless it's pretty exceptional. And with Stirling, it's pretty
And
exceptional.
we always have a fun time. If we have a friend that comes over and they're trying to figure out how to make a lather, we're trying to explain it to them.
Right.
We bust out Stirling every time because the lather itself is one that once you get it going, you're like, you really feel like you accomplished something, especially when
Yes.
you first started lathering. It's a big deal.
And it's a lather that'll help guide you as to what it needs. Is it needing more water? Is it needing more aeration? And I always feel like these Stirling tubs are a little heavier than most. So I kind of
Got
feel
it.
like I'm getting a little extra somehow.
I do have to say your description is a great way to put it across, especially coming from a masculine trying to understand why this could be in the feminine zone.
Right.
But I have to say it is a nice light sweet version. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of the obnoxious sweet of what you expect.
Oh,
and
right.
it's
No.
not.
No,
it's
no.
totally opposite of that.
Yes.
It has like a sweet, dainty vibe to it.
Right. Would have been a little weird to name it Teenage Girls Room, but yes, it has that little bit of that dainty, innocent vibe to it, right?
It does. It's fun and flirty. I get why it can be more. So if I were a teenager and I was one of my first shave soaps to start, this would be a great one. I wish I would have known that something like this existed when I was a teenager learning to shave.
Right. You know,
Like,
we rarely are
zone.
able to say that because normally what we say is that these scents are beautiful and sophisticated. They make us think of like older, wiser people. Not this. I could totally see giving this to my daughter when she started shaving.
Right?
This would be a perfect scent.
There's a fun, flirty, and I want to say more of like the teenage years of flirty. It does not remind me of my high school locker room where the girls would spray way too much on. It is not that type of sweet, which is what I was expecting. This is not. This is a much more versatile scent. I feel like anyone in that age range would enjoy this and have a great intro to learning how to build a lather. They have bar soaps. They have lotions. They got all the things. So sweet stuff really can actually go in that zone for any of that age.
This is Amy's room when she's ready for a party, not when she just got back from the marathon. You know what I mean?
No.
It's a slight distinction.
And I like it because I gotta say, in that age is when you first start learning what your perfumes and body sprays are.
Oh,
so we
right.
tended
I know
to
I
go
did.
a little too cracked.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is a nice, gentle tone. It does have that dainty vibe. It does have a little bit of the fun to it, like, my first body spray kind of
Right,
vibe. But
yeah.
it is in a very well mastered way.
Yeah, well-balanced way for sure.
Right? I do like that we have the splash to go with it because I think that brought us to a different tier of what this scent is.
Yes, and I love how light this is because let's have a going conversation. I don't know why, but I do have days where my body just says, you know what, just go for the walk. You don't want to put anything on. Maybe it's a result of overloaded analysis paralysis because I just can't decide. But this would be different because this is just light enough where I wouldn't really smell it unless I wanted to.
Right.
And then if I did, it would really be there for me. Like right now with the splash on. I'm not getting it as I do this, which I normally would. But if I smell for it, that beautiful subtle sweetness is there.
It is. And I know it lists caramel, but I'm almost getting like a more butterscotchy side.
Ooh.
There's something in there that's a little different. But again, it is not too sweet that it feels like I've eaten too much candy.
Right.
Sometimes when you have that scent, this is not like that. It's a
Right.
very light, subtle, gentle, like, oh, I did have some butterscotch in my coffee this morning. There's just a very faint echo
Right.
of something.
So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is be a theater brat and have gotten through an entire week of performances of The Music Man. The Warner Girls are going to have a party. Head on over, throw a quarter in the jukebox. And when you walk into Amy's room and you're just sort of delighted by this charming scent that is so different from what your boy's room smells like, you just got your own. Head over to stirlingsoap.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products.
Back from using sweet stuff, and I have to say it really was enjoyable. It wasn't too sweet. It was right on the edge of just that nice little touch of making me smile. And I have to say the lather was great and I just enjoyed the shave. And then using the aftershave, as soon as it started to wear off, I found myself wanting to add on some more. So I'm really glad we have this in our den, and I will definitely be referring it to others soon. Welcome to Messages!
Hey y'all, so our very next Stirling episode is going to be Friends Till the End, the soap that Rod and Mandy created to honor their pets. And we thought, why don't we take this opportunity to honor all of our pets? Would you please take a picture of you and your beloved pets with your family, send them here to We Sent You at thebarbershopduet.com. And at the end of that episode, we're going to have a little montage of all of our pets, whether they're reptiles, mammals,
Fishes.
imaginary pet rocks, whatever you want, and send those pictures our way. We might even have a little bonus giveaway for our favorite ones. So
Can't wait to see them
you.
all.
We look forward to that. Yeah, it's perfectly named. It's just a little sweet stuff just on your shoulder. Love that.
But it is a dainty sweet. It's
Yeah.
not too gourmandy sweet, which I
No.
do like because that was what I was sort of expecting. But I
Right.
like being surprised.
And a hint of femininity, which I love. I think it just gives this the perfect edge and balance.
But it's not too sweet or not
No.
too girly that you wouldn't put it on.
No, but I do know it's feminine, although it does have that, maybe it is a little bit sexy edge of a tobacco leaf.
There's something in there that's trying to dial
There's
down.
something in there that I'm catching. I'm not sure what it is.
But-
Rod, Mandy?
Yeah, something good. But I do get the energy Like when your mom introduces me and she calls me Sweet Sarah,
Yes,
there's
she
something
does.
about that energy that is sweet. It doesn't mean you're innocent. It just means you have a kind heart. There is something that is very gentle
My
about
mom's
this.
in hospice for Alzheimer's. Half the time she doesn't know my name anymore, but she always knows hers. I don't know if that should make me salty or not, but I
That
think it's
shows how
actually very sweet.
She is. You know, I
She
do
is
get
very
that vibe
sweet.
of her.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, this is a way more versatile scent than I was expecting, and I like being surprised. So thank you, Ron and Mandy, for sneaking this in just in
Yes.
time for
And
Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Rod and Mandy, for always doing something new and different. Every soap is a blank canvas, and I love that.
I know, I can't wait to see their new releases that are
I
coming
know,
out
we
soon.
just ordered a giant box.
We did. They will definitely be back shortly. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Ooh, you'll smell better just watching this.